Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darth Arma, providing a little bit of a commentary track for HoneyBee as usual. If you guys aren't subscribed to his YouTube channel, please do so now because I promise you, lots of Injustice 2 content will be coming your way. So let's just get into this match. HoneyBee in a little bit of a different character, not seeing the normal Flash or the Supergirl. Instead, we're seeing Dr. Fate, a very powerful zoner in this game, especially now that Deadshot is really no longer in the picture. HoneyBee getting him with that beautifully timed shoulder charge here. Sooneo going with Cyborg, usually a Green Lantern player. Hold on, here we go. This is going to be a huge combo, lots of damage, and look at the execution, the impeccable timing there by HoneyBee. And Sooneo finally gets a wake up, and the well-timed meter burn back three sends HoneyBee flying. However, HoneyBee is right on his tail, not ready to just take this. And did you see how he avoided that last little projectile there by keeping himself in the air with the downward projectile? Was Cyborg there in Sooneo. Sooneo trying to tie this up, trying to get something here, willing to take a few more trades, as taking out this gray health bar is the first step in order for him to make a comeback. The meter burn back threes back to back nullify each other because they were timed so specifically close in terms of the startup frame. If either of the players have decided to do it a little bit later, it would have actually beat out the other one. HoneyBee's been sitting on the super for a very long time here. Decides to activate everything. Is he going to summon it to him and close it out? Decides to just go in. Oh, this is pretty much all over for Sooneo. Where is he going to go? The meter burn orb is there, and he just completely avoided it. What a great timing there. Unfortunately, HoneyBee had such a great life lead that it didn't matter. HoneyBee taking the first game over Sooneo. Not sure if Sooneo is going to be going with Green Arrow afterwards, as you can see there from his little art. He is a Green Arrow main, and if you guys have seen him at multiple different events, I believe he did a great job at NEC in top 8.
Fighters approaching
but we're not going to be seeing Green Arrow. Instead, we're going to be seeing Starfire. And I think this might be one of those situations where he sees that it's HoneyBee, and he knows that, you know, HoneyBee is not a Fate main. He knows that HoneyBee really means the Flash. So I feel like Sooneo is just a little bit more hesitant to go with his main character. Instead would kind of, you know, try to go toe-to-toe in a very similar situation by practicing and trying out his secondary character. Or maybe this is a counterpick to Fate, trying to just apply more full screen options here, but HoneyBee trying to close the gap. Tit for tat trades here. The projectile war is real. The projectile war is insane. It is here. Starfire has the ability to just shoot out that beam whenever her, you know, whenever she has a good chunk of that right there, a good chunk of that character power there, and Sooneo just flying over to the other side. HoneyBee in complete frustration here as he tries to close the gap between himself and his opponent. Walking forward in a great block there by HoneyBee, recognizing that Sooneo was charging right at him. Now, when HoneyBee is traded up like that, it does change the properties of a lot of Dr. Fate's special moves, nearly all of them. However, it's not enough. Sooneo just kind of cashing in on the fact that HoneyBee was willing to go trade for trade here and, you know, continuing his life lead here. He is okay. The trades are all in Sooneo's favor. HoneyBee needs to make something else happen. I mean, to roll, but instead just decides to just hold on to the Stardust, and Sooneo ties it up 1-1 here. Going with the Starfire pick again, could potentially be an answer to Dr. Fate. A lot of people say Starfire has a lot of flaws in her up-close game, but she's turning out to be quite a zoner here, at least in this case. Now, this is not a Dr. Fate main. You know, HoneyBee, as we all know, you're watching his channel, so you know he's got a lot of Flash and a lot of Supergirl. Usually that's when it's serious mode here, so this could be just a little chase around in the character select screen. HoneyBee could be using Supergirl to deal with Starfire. Again, up close. Starfire's options are a little bit more limited. Most of her wake-up attacks can get stuffed. So, I mean, you know, then that's just what I hear from Starfire players. Just jumping back, and the beams seem to be working very well. Again, just Sooneo doing what works, and what's working right now is sitting back and trying out this projectile war game. HoneyBee trying to get up, trying to do something, but instead eats that beam to the face. The character power of Starfire, she can either cash it in when she's in the neutral or cash it in during a combo and extend the combo and the hits of her special moves. Striking that oil tank right over HoneyBee. The unblockable stuff here doesn't block the cross-up teleport here, and Sooneo in such a great spot here. Not only did he put HoneyBee in the corner, but he was able to just add to that damage and take that first great health bar. HoneyBee desperately trying to get something going with those lasers. Now Supergirl doesn't really have too much in the special move department. Her zoning strictly relies on her character power, where Starfire has both. She can use her character power or use her special moves or the Stardust. Perfectly stuffing it out. HoneyBee is right there, keeping him in the corner, spinning him around like a fidget spinner. Now, where is he going to land? Is he going to keep him standing? Yes, he does. And Sooneo does not challenge. Instead, has to hold all this pressure, but he finds a way out. And HoneyBee right on his tail, ready to close this out because he knows it's the first step of making this comeback. But he's eating just so many unfavorable trades here, especially considering the life lead. HoneyBee's got a mountain to climb here. He's got to have a few great reads in order to make this comeback. Goes for it. As soon as Sooneo was trying to do something, you just saw the very small animation of him going for something and waking up somehow. Had the ability to clash there. There was such a tiny little window given to HoneyBee. Now can you make this happen? Eats the Stardust. Now there's no clash available, and good call there by Sooneo, just kind of waiting. And I believe that was a short delay there by HoneyBee if my timing was right. And Sooneo realizing that and saying, okay, HoneyBee has nowhere to go. He has no access to these invincibility frames because he utilized the delay wake up. Then he just decided to go in there and chip him out with a move that HoneyBee could not avoid, and HoneyBee sticking it out with Supergirl. This is his last and final pick, so he's got to make 2 consecutive wins here to take out Sooneo's 20 win streak in this ranked set. Stuffing the barrels here. And gets a connection and an opening there with the low down 1 into the ice breath here. However, HoneyBee is out of meter, out of resources, but he does have the character power there and eats the entire truck, gets completely run over. I don't know who's driving that car. And Sooneo with a huge whiff there, a big tell. Once you see those, the beams coming out of Starfire's hands, you know that she did a jump into, and you know that she's susceptible to a complete whiff punish. Beaming away, HoneyBee as a walking laser, and again, it really takes a lot of skill to realize when to do your full screen options, because you can't just mindlessly do them, and HoneyBee is picking the right times, exactly when he feels like Sooneo is not blocking. As soon as he feels that he's doing something, HoneyBee goes for the teleport, and it's been getting him miles. The jump into HoneyBee being very patient here, zapping him away at the air, and now he's in the corner. This is going to be his demise. He's here. He's at HoneyBee's mercy. Is he going to leave him in a standing position, or is he going to knock him down? Regular knockdown. Goes for the cross-up, but doesn't block the low here. Sooneo getting mixed up for days, forced to use the clash.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
Sooneo does have 1 bar, and he decides to use that 1 bar. Gets him 15% back. Beaming away, trying to chuck the alligator as HoneyBee just zaps it out of his hands. Says, no, put it down. We're going to finish this fight. No interactables. We pretty much used everything on the stage already. The teleport there to get him out of the way, and that is going to be a punish, but HoneyBee just kind of figured he didn't have too much health to lose, so going with the riskier play is an okay move, or a smart move. HoneyBee not getting anything, dashing forward. Again, Sooneo doing a great job of blocking the cross-up after the air dash, but, I'm not sure if he's challenging or if he's actually just not blocking low to Supergirl's down 1, but HoneyBee taking this game number 4, tying the setup 2-2. Now, the ball is in Sooneo's court. Does he stay here with Starfire, or is he going to be moving on to a different character? We could be seeing Green Arrow. We could be seeing a specific Supergirl counterpick.
Green Arrow.
We're going to Green Arrow, his tried and true main, Sooneo. Now, I love watching his Green Arrow play. Sooneo, one of those top level dogs right there in the ranked world system. And he's just always killing it, always has this crazy big streak. And right here, you see he's got a 20 win streak in ranked. That's a lot. That's a lot of games won. So Sooneo utilizing these full screen options here and pestering HoneyBee with that slide. The slide that hits low and then meter burn into the overhead. Very safe. Really no reason not to just throw it out there. HoneyBee finds his opening, just kind of crouches and waits for his opportunity. Unfortunately, sends him through, I believe, an undesired transition. HoneyBee did not look over at the bubble. Instead, eats this entire, eats the entire potential damage that he could have had. The back three, putting him closer in the corner doesn't matter. These transitions position you pretty well if you are the aggressor here. The wake up bow spin here. The back three is going to continue the combo. And Sooneo with not only the combo continuation, but the side switch by HoneyBee with the neutral jump. This is going to hurt. Is he going to have enough to clean out this first bar? Goes for the other side and then just hits him with the back throw here. HoneyBee spatially aware, understanding where he is at all times, going for a back throw, not just a regular throw. And Sooneo right behind it. This is going down to the last round, pretty much even, but look at how much bar Sooneo has. He's got way more resources, way more options at his disposal. HoneyBee trying to get some kind of whip punish here, but Sooneo not biting the down one. HoneyBee exploiting and understanding that there is a gap there. The back three, Sooneo just went through so much bar. I've never seen a green arrow lose so much bar so quickly in my life. Chucking the kegs, trying to invite Sooneo to something here. And HoneyBee just chasing him down. Doesn't want to let him get away. Doesn't want to let him establish the full screen game or the full screen presence that is a green arrow. Chucking the jukebox, HoneyBee hitting him with so many things. Going to the other side, understanding that he was going to go for the Savage Blast. The Savage Blast, such a great maneuvering tool that just that you can utilize on wake up. It's just such a nuisance, and you have to specifically time space yourself around it. HoneyBee really cashing in and really hurting him, and that is gonna be the game. Sooneo had no more options, no clash left, and HoneyBee takes this very close and grueling set. Guys, I'm Darth Arma. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do so. I also have a YouTube channel and a Twitch. Guys, thank you so much for watching.